Good morning, everybody. Oh yeah, I haven't had the Cinnabon cinnamon roll coffee creamer in a minute, but so in the podcast studio, we did a couple podcasts. You guys probably saw one of them come out. The picture quality of it wasn't the best. I messed up on the camera, but hopefully the audio was decent. We're dialing it in. We did a couple more episodes. We'll be uploading them. Just kind of getting back in the groove of it. But if you want to check out the podcast, it's Crocker's Unleashed podcast. I'll try to remember to put a link in the top comment if I remember. I probably won't, but just search Crocker's podcast. It'll pop up. So we went around and we did some errands and stuff, getting ready for some of the big things coming up that we're going to be doing. We did hire Outlaw to come out. He'll be out this week coming up to help clear land, help really clean it up. All the little tree stumps and stubs and everything that the brush hog created. He's going to come in, clean those up, get our property lines done up real good and all that. We're very excited. And then we have a couple other things lined up in the future to be getting some help with that I think you guys would really like and enjoy. We're in the moment right now where everything's still soaking in. Everything is still a little surreal that the property is actually ours, that we moved to a new property, and we're collecting ourselves and our ideas and all that, and then also collecting materials to build with and do everything with. You know, we're on the verge of starting perimeter fence, get all that done, planning out our barn so we can get the animals swapped over. We need to get in contact with the water well, so they'll come in and start drilling a water well. And even if we can't get power out there for a smidge, we're hoping once we have a water well, they'll allow us to put power, showing them that it's a permanent place we're going to be at. We need, the water well to be working, and if not, we have an idea up our sleeve to hopefully get power out there pretty soon. But to get the water well out there would be just phenomenal, because we can use a generator, the same generator we used on the other water well, to to power it and everything, get water out there, and then get our camper moved out there, get it to where we're actually out there a little more. It is the weekend. Danielle is driving to work right now, so she has to do that this weekend. But I will be just doing more work, transferring things from Shoot Dang Ranch to Someday Ranch, back and forth, going and getting new supplies and all that, and then still working on the land. We're not going to just not work on the land until Outlaw comes out, because a forestry mulcher will come in and just mow it down, and it's great. But the more that we can knock down before he gets there, the easier it'll be for him to just come in, clean it up, and then he could handle the rest. We don't know exactly how much he'll be able to do in a day. We may need to hire him, multiple days if that's what it takes. It is a little expensive, hiring a machine like that, but it does, the cost and the product you get, the product outweighs the cost in the long run for sure. Definitely, that's why I've been doing what I can with the tractor. Just do as much as we can, and then he'll come and clean it up. But so hopefully by the end of next week, you guys will start to really see the property starting to take shape, starting to get the spot for the barn, fencing, all of that work will be really starting to take place, at that point. And the hardest part for me is trying to stay patient, being like, all right, don't jump ahead. Don't start trying to work on another project because we can't get to this yet. I told Danielle, I was like, I don't want to start and then have to do something else and then come back later. I really want to try to dial in on this property. We start a project, we finish it. We do know that over time it will end up being multiple projects being worked on just because that is this lifestyle. I don't know anyone that only works on one thing at a time and doesn't start something else till that's done, because nothing else would get finished. And then you always have to go back and work on things you've already worked on, repair it, fix things, all that. Especially when you have animals, they're tearing stuff up. No matter how well you build something will always happen. Bad weather, pipes busting, something happening. So right now, while we can hopefully dictate what happens out there, we're going to try to work on things just by themselves. And I think after this week, you guys will really, really be excited because things will start to roll a lot quicker. It's just more of, this is a test for me, for my patience, and to see if see if I can handle it and try to dial myself in, try to work on myself. That, I think, honestly, that's probably the hardest part. But the podcast, I've been having a lot of fun. I think most of y'all know my background is video work, and then I used to be in a band, so I did audio work. I used to record music all the time, do all that stuff. So I'm hoping that that's kind of something that I can do, doing the podcast, maybe write and record some songs, even though I can't sing. It's fun. Do all that, create some backtracks for the videos. I haven't even done any cinematic-y things yet with the new property and all of that. I'm looking forward to doing all that and getting back in the swing of things, of being super creative. And I'm going to try to do things like that keep my mind occupied rather than in any of my downtime let my brain roam. If I keep it being creative and keep it moving whenever it comes to video work or video ideas to make the videos better, or even work and doing the work out there, keeps my brain going. And Danielle's been doing little puzzles on her phone, and it just keeps her brain going instead of, we could easily just turn the TV on and watch TV all day. Everybody could do that. But if you can keep your brain moving and working, it just really helps you out in the long run. So we're doing what we can to, just be the best people we can. We've been really trying to dial in a little more what we eat, what we drink, what we intake. And for the longest time, I didn't even get creamer that was like the normal creamer I always got. And I've been, I guess, weaning myself off of sweeteners. I did Sweet and Low for the longest time, and then I got stevia, whatever that one's called. Did that, and then now for the last, week or so, I haven't even put sweetener in my coffee other than my creamer. So really trying to just dial different things in and be the best version we can. I know I don't have a whole lot to talk about in this video, but I did want to update you guys. And if you missed it, or if we haven't put the video out yet, guys, I don't know what video is what. We got a lot going on. We're doing clearly the Crockers. We're doing the Crocker Life again. We're doing Coffee with the Crockers, and we're doing a podcast. And then on top of that, I think I'm starting a new thing. And it doesn't take priority. It's just something, again, that keeps my mind going, and then also it's going to be to give back to a lot of people on YouTube. I'm going to turn a channel that I have into kind of like you can call it a podcast if you want, a tutorial channel or whatever. It's just going to be Crocker's YouTube Secrets. I started a Facebook page a while back, like a group, but or a page, I don't remember what it was, but it's really hard to do stuff on, it's hard to really explain in a Facebook post. So I figured if I start this channel and I talk about YouTube stuff, that it'll help people grow their channels and all that, and give people a behind the scenes look. I'll be doing things that are sometimes I'll be talking about just behind the scenes of YouTube, some of the stuff that I used to deal with on YouTube, some of the drama I dealt with, some of the things that you kind of just take a beating when you're young on YouTube, anything from stories behind the scenes on YouTube to teaching people how to use their cameras, edit, get creative, tips and tricks on how to build your YouTube channel, just everything you can think of YouTube related, so I can talk about it on there, and then I don't have to really talk about all that other, all that type of stuff on the podcast or normal videos. If you're only wanting to know about that stuff, you can watch it on that channel. So that's the reason we have so many channels. We break it up, and then that's just the way our minds work. We're very scattered, but also very structured at the same time. I know that sounds weird, but we need to keep our minds moving because we don't want them to become stagnant. Stagnant's never good, and then it gets you in trouble. So we're trying to just be the best versions we can, and we feel like what we're doing is working because we are truly the happiest we've been in a long time. Don't feel the stress like we had for a long time. I don't feel the stress on YouTube. Danielle is, good to go when she goes to work, all that stuff. So we're just doing what we think is best for us. And some people will think you got too much stuff going on, and we think sometimes we don't have enough. What are they saying? Idle mind, get you in trouble or something. I don't know the full quote, but you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to finish this coffee, and then I got to get some stuff moving back and forth and picking up supplies and all that, so this next week we can rock and roll. So if you haven't checked out the podcast, check it out. If you're interested in the YouTube stuff, I'll get that going shortly. Been kind of congested. I think just being out in the elements with the brush hog and everything coming up in my face, it's just I got that in me so much, and then I don't know. I'm getting it together. Maybe someday get it together. But guys, hope you have a good one, and don't forget, just like the shirt says right here, don't ever give up. All right, guys, catch you on next. Yeah.